Aloha everybody and welcome to the Team Chaotix playthrough. Omo Chow, tell us again about Team Chaotix.
Team Chaotix offers a very unique mission-based style of gameplay.
That's right. This is not a simple go from point A to point B type of playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. There's actually missions for every level, and this one's going to be a little bit different.
What's wrong with you?
It's here, we've got work!
What?
I've heard good things about you and require your detective services. And I can pay handsomely.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
SBO, don't be silly. Besides, you know our policy. We never turn down work that pays.
Yeah, you know our policy!
Come on, boys. Let's go.
Yes, sir!
Roger.
Yeah, beach time!
Now what are we gonna do?
See.
I must test your abilities.
Bring it on.
Ready.
Here is your first mission. I want to test your investigation skills.
Alrighty folks, so this is the gimmick with Team Chaotix. Again, it's not going from point A to point B. In the first level, Seaside Hill, our client wants us to find 10 Hermit Crabs, and those things are easy to miss. You might have missed the fact that I've just picked up 2. They're very small, they're usually on these white platforms, but not always, and you really gotta kind of look out for them. The good thing about Seaside Hill being the first level in the game is that there are technically 20 Hermit Crabs in the actual level, so even if you do miss a few, there are some Hermit Crabs you can pick up regardless. But, yeah, this is the gameplay of Team Chaotix, everybody. I mean, when you get to the end of the level, there's going to be a goal ring or a flower, and you go to it, and it won't take you to the end of the game. It won't end the level for you. It'll send you all the way back to the start of the level, at which point you'll have to go through all the level you just went through all over again to look for that one Hermit Crab you might have missed, or whatever. The first level, again, is not so bad because there are 20 Hermit Crabs in the level, but the later levels of Team Chaotix are indeed quite a pain in the ass, and this was a playthrough I had to do just to help out people who are struggling with Sonic Heroes, because, like, you know, even Team Dark, which is the hard mode of the game, quote-unquote, but not really. Even with Team Dark, it's like, you know, as long as you just get to the end and reach the goal line, you're fine. But with Team Chaotix, you have to find things. You have to play the game a certain way, otherwise you're not finishing these levels. And it can be a little bit tricky and a little bit annoying. And, oh, believe me, I understand why people hate playing as Team Chaotix. I am one of them, you know? I will come back to play Sonic Heroes with Team Sonic or Team Dark. Maybe Team Rose, you know? But when it comes to Team Chaotix, no, I don't like replaying as them, and this is not one of my favorite parts of the game. This is why a lot of people don't like Sonic Heroes. In order to reach the last story, they have to beat the game with everybody, and Team Chaotix, not that fun. I mean, there's fun to be had, but some of the missions that the Team Chaotix have to do are really awful, really annoying to pull off, and, well, we'll be talking about that when we get to it. Either way, that's where 10 Hermit Crabs are. This is the first level, so you really shouldn't have too much trouble. There are 20 Hermit Crabs in the whole entire level, after all.
Awesome! Totally awesome!
Oh, and Charmy B, you're gonna make a lot of fans. Oh, yes, you are!
Here's your next mission. The Chaos
I like the sound of that guy on the other side of the radio. I can't place it, but he sounds like a really cool guy. Don't know why. Anywho, this level's actually pretty straightforward for Team Chaotix. All you have to do is get to the end of the level, and there's a Chow in a cage, and once you collect that Chow, you beat the level. So I guess I'll just explain all the different gameplay differences. When I was doing the Team Rose playthrough with my friends Kelly and Ashley, we were just kind of having a live playthrough, I recorded that a long time ago. I recorded that back in October, so, you know, it's been a while. And, I've had Sonic Heroes recorded for a while, basically. But, I didn't really talk about the gameplay of Team Rose. A lot of the things that apply to Team Rose also apply to Team Chaotix. The power-type character is a lot different from Knuckles and the Team Dark power character because they can't just throw their friends at enemies when they jump in the air anymore. Now they have kind of a ground pound, or if you're in Big's case, a belly flop type of attack, where you go up, you jump, and the power character just smashes down forward. And, you know, I'd rather have that ability to throw your friends at everybody. That's what made Knuckles such a powerful menace in the Team Sonic playthrough. And when he levels up, Vector, he still has all these different projectile attacks like the other characters do. At level 1, he shoots musical notes everywhere. At level 2, he actually starts breathing fire, and he flamethrowers robots. How is Vector breathing fire? And at level 3, he actually sends a whole bunch of giant bubblegum bubbles at people. Like, for real, he just shoots all these purple bubbles at people and they all get destroyed, and it's super powerful. Yeah, bubblegum is more powerful than flamethrowers, didn't you know? Espio the Chameleon, when he jumps from wall to wall like Sonic can, he can actually stay on the wall forever. He will never let go of the wall if he does the wall jumping stuff. So, in case you have like this laser gate that's in front of you that's turning on and or off, you don't have to worry about falling, because Espio will stick to the wall always. And that is Team Blast for Team Chaotix. Although the Team Blasts are actually different from each other, something I didn't mention about Team Rose was that their Team Blast actually gave them a level up after they performed it. Like, no matter what, if they were level 2, they would be level 3 after performing their Team Blast. When Team Chaotix does a Team Blast, every enemy they destroy will give them a random item box for rings. So you can rake up a lot of rings with Team Chaotix if you use Team Blast in a very crowded area. If you hit like 10 different robots with a Team Blast, that's a shitload of rings, believe me.
Perfect! The work of professionals!
Anywho, boss time.
So, you're the ones who were playing games with my army?
Sorry, just part of the job.
That's the evil genius, Dr. Eggman.
Doctor Who?
Yes, let me show you who I really am.
I knew it was you. Don't hesitate. It's your job.
Charmy says Doctor Who, but it's kind of weird because they have seen Dr. Eggman before in the Sega 32X game Knuckles Chaotix. Team Chaotix are not new characters. They've been in the Sonic franchise before, but I imagine a lot of people haven't even heard of Knuckles Chaotix. So these characters aren't new, and I have done a playthrough of that game if you're interested, but I will warn you now, Knuckles Chaotix is a very bland, boring-ass game, and even by the end of it, I was wishing for it to end really badly. But, again, all the boss fights never really change. Even Team Chaotix with their mission-based gameplay, Egghawk is still the same fight it was with Team Sonic, with Team Rose, as it will be with Team Dark. The bosses really don't change unless it's a robot storm type of situation. So, you know, same rules apply to the Egghawk that it did for everyone else.
Here, take that, Doctor!
That's what you get for being a bad guy!
Death to the evil one. Prepare to die, Eggman.
Holy shit! What the fuck, Espio?
Now for the real test. All of you are about to enter Eggman's territory. Are you ready?
Not too late to change your mind.
Why do you think we're here? How else are we gonna make the rent?
Let's go!
Here's your next mission. Destroy all of Eggman's robots holding the city. Every single one of them.
Every single one of them. All 85 in the level. Again, there are only 85 of them. There are only 85 of them. If you miss one, you have to go through the entire level all over again to look for that one robot you might have missed. or you might have fallen from a platform and completely missed out on or something. So, you gotta be pretty exact with this shit, and, do exactly as I'm doing. I'm showing you where all 85 of the robots are, but if you miss one, be prepared to backtrack, be prepared to play through the entire area again. That's what makes Team Chaotix so tedious. Missions like this. If there were like 200 robots in the level and all I had to do was kill 85 of them, it wouldn't be a hassle. But the fact that I have to kill every single one, and there are not 86 robots, there are only 85, that's tedious bullshit. A lot of people don't like Team Chaotix just because of that. So, not cool, guys, not cool. So again, kill all the robots, and watch this Team Blast. Boom! Look at all the rings I got. Every enemy you kill gives you a ring box, so, you know, you're gonna rake up lives a lot with Team Chaotix. They are the Casino Street Act 2 of Sonic Heroes. You play as Team Chaotix, and you will get a shitload of rings by constantly spamming Team Blast on enemies. So it's all good. As for the flying characters, they still do Thunder Shoot in Team Rose and Team Chaotix. The difference is they don't shoot dummy rings when they're alone. Tails shot dummy rings at people. Cream actually sends her Chaotix to attack people, but she rarely gets to do it because you can hardly get alone with Cream. And when you're Charmy and you're alone, he actually uses a sort of melee attack with his stinger. Like, he'll sting enemies by charging into them. And, it's not as good as dummy rings, but hey, it's something. Way to run into the wall there, Vector. So SBO, as well as being able to stick to walls, another thing SBO can do is when he uses his tornado move, which again is jumping and then pushing the attack button, SBO actually turns invisible, like the chameleon he is. And when he's invisible, enemies can't see SBO, and this is actually a method of sneaking by enemies if you want, you know? In fact, certain missions in this game require that you do not be seen. Yes, this is a Sonic game with Metal Gear Solid stealth missions. I don't like Team Chaotix. I mean, I got nothing against the characters themselves. I mean, the characters are alright. SBO's, you know, I know a lot of people who love SBO. SBO's like one of the most popular Sonic characters ever. I mean, he's a badass ninja who told Dr. Eggman he's gonna kill him. Prepare to die, Eggman. Jesus Christ, SBO. You're a badass ninja. And Vector's alright. I mean, he's got lots of bling. He likes music. And then there's Charmy, who's, fuck Charmy. But, yeah. For the most part, though, Team Chaotix, aside from SBO's ability to turn invisible and to stick to walls, and Vector ground pounds instead of flings enemies, they're still the same kind of gameplay you're familiar with. I think the one thing I do like about Sonic Heroes is that even though they have all these multiple playthroughs and all these different teams, they aren't really that different, you know? They have their differences, but it's not, like, drastic. It's not like people are complaining that, oh man, why is there a big fishing minigame in this game, you know? Like, if Big controlled like Sonic in Sonic Adventure 1, no one would complain, and, they'd find it fucking weird as hell, but no one would complain. And the thing is about Team Sonic Heroes, yes, there are 4 different teams, but they all pretty much handle exactly the same. So, you know. It's just the missions of Team Chaotix are tedious. This is sort of like the prototype of what Shadow the Hedgehog would be all about, and what makes Shadow the Hedgehog a pretty bad game. Although Shadow the Hedgehog has a little bit of a better time in the sense that you can actually decide if you want to do those missions. But again, we'll talk about Shadow the Hedgehog when we get to it. It's just, again, it's all just about the tediousness of Team Chaotix. If I hit the spring without waiting for those 2 robots to drop down, then I would have missed out on those robots, and then I'd have to replay the entire level and backtrack through this whole 4 minutes and 52 seconds worth of footage, or worth of gameplay, and look for those 2 robots I just happened to pass by. Even if you like playing as Team Chaotix, you gotta understand how tedious that is for players who might miss a robot here and there, you know? It's not cool. When I played Sonic the Hedgehog 2, you know, it didn't force me to find all of the robots in Emerald Hill Zone, and if I did not find all the robots, it didn't go, okay, restart Emerald Hill, find the robots again, asshole. So, you know, some of the missions can be pretty tedious, I won't lie. But again, follow my guide and you will find all the robots you need to find. It's not too bad. I mean, I didn't have to practice this level all that much. You just gotta keep an eye out. You gotta love how Team Chaotix's Team Blast is Vector screaming into a microphone so loud that the robots just decide to self-destruct and kill themselves because they can't stand Vector's horrible singing. That's how I interpret it. Anyway, folks, see you in part 2.
Impossible feat! Ultimate ninja power.